Hello, everyone. This is Talk for Glory, episode 231. We are not hours, not days, not weeks. We're minutes. We're minutes removed off of WWE BackLash. It's been so damn long since Talk for Glory has brought you a pay-per-view fresh off the show. I am amped. This was a short card, so this means this video came at you guys quick. But before I unleash all this high-speed energy, you guys already know. Introductions are as a must. You guys need to know what the hell the topic is. This is WWE BackLash Review. And introductions are as a must. So I'm an before. This is episode 231. This is the BackLash Review. Well, first off, let me just clear something up because I know a lot of people were celebrating over a big win in another company. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cover any New Japan resurgences in the next 24, 48 hours, whatever. Unfortunately, I will not be doing that. Now, will there be gameplay? Maybe. I'll think about it. If I'm feeling it, if the vibes are right, maybe I'll do it. But will I be talking about BackLash right now? Hell fucking yes. We got to start off slow with former world champion Gunther versus former NFL player Pat McAfee. He's got his own podcast, guys, but that doesn't matter. The winner was Gunther, thank God. I am also very, and I do mean this, very happy that whoops. There we go. I'm also very happy that this match didn't take. Why is there an audio issue? Oh, never mind. We're good now. We are good. Except for that part. Just editing the card real quick, guys. But yeah, I am so happy about this match not going the route everyone else was saying. I'm really happy about, Gunther just beating the shit out of Pat. He got his hits in, but nothing too crazy. Gunther got his win. He beat the shit out of two commentators. Not gonna lie, that part kind of did take me out of it. Like, this is Gunther, not only a former NXT UK champion, not even a former Intercontinental champion, a former world champion. Nothing but pure dominance in this man's wake. If anything, this match should have been 4 minutes. And another thing is, while Gunther is going through all these while Gunther is going through all these side quests, I'm going to call them side quests, where the fuck is Ludwig Kaiser? Pat McAfee should have been dealing with Ludwig Kaiser. This is a waste of Gunther's time. Gunther should have told Ludwig, look, man, this is not worth me. This is beneath me. This is more so your level. Handle my light work. We should be seeing at BackLash Ludwig Kaiser versus Pat McAfee. I don't know where the hell Ludwig Kaiser has been, but my God, man. Like, check up on your friend. But hopefully this was a little side quest. Hopefully Gunther gets back on his championship ways. It's kind of hard for you guys to tell me a time of when Gunther wasn't a champion in WWE. And I don't think this man's gone 100 days without a title. But that's neither here nor there because Gunther did his job. Gunther did his job. Goldberg didn't come out. And hopefully now Pat McAfee gets behind the desk. Michael Cole stays behind the desk. And we get on to bigger and better things. Speaking of bigger and better things, now we're going to segue into a chaotic Fatal 4-Way featuring chaotic Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship featuring defending champion Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. Versus Damian Priest. And again, this is for the United States Championship. For one person, it's about being a fighting champion. For another man, it's about being a Grand Slam. For one man, it's about recollecting the gold. And for one other man, it's just about making sure Drew McIntyre doesn't win. You know, all great motivational reasons. And, you know, when it came to this match, one moment. And, you know, when it came to this Fatal 4-Way, I was under the idea that anything and everything will happen because these are all some powerhouses. These are all some heavy hitters. But it kind of just felt like everyone was just doing their own thing in a level. Because I felt like I was watching Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre Part 2. Well, until like Drew got hurt. Then he was just like out of the match for the majority. And then LA Knight, you know, keeping his eyes on the prize, making sure that he gets that championship, making sure that he becomes a not one, not two, but a three-time United States champion. And Jacob Fatu just going, look, man, this dominance, this destruction, it doesn't end here. But with all those things being said, the one thing that came out of this was a debut, a shocking debut. WWE, prepare yourself. The Imperial unit has arrived. Yes, Jeff Cobb made his debut here at BackLash, and I guess he's a part of the bloodline. No, he is not Samoan. Please, people, stop asking that. So, because I'm a little hyped, a little bit excited over Jeff Cobb being in WWE, let me just say this now. Let me say this now. Airlines, airports, does not matter. Whatever class you guys are in, no matter how much mileage you guys have, does not matter because all you need to do, the WWE locker room, is step right up to Jeff Cobb and he will send your ass flying with a tour of the islands. But talk about Jeff Cobb is suited for another day. But I do have to give credit where credit is due. Jacob Fatu, you are still the United States champion. And there is a long line of badasses that need to be beaten by the ultimate badass here in Jacob Fatu. Now, another question is, and special little shout out, special little shout out to good brother Saul, part of the main event players, because we for the past couple months have been saying that Jeff Cobb is going to take over. He's going to take your belts and throw your favorites. And that statement couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, closer to the truth. So, former IWGP Tag Team Champion, former New Japan Television Champion, former Never Openweight Champion. Now it's time to add some WWE gold into that legendary, that dominant list of titles Jeff Cobb has won. And where else to start than the United States Championship? But again, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there because Jacob Fatu isn't done smoking the rest of the SmackDown mid-card division. So again, congratulations, Jacob Fatu. As for what everyone else will do, LA Knight, I don't know what he's going to do. Priest and McIntyre could probably fight a couple more times. All I know is give me these guys in another Fatal 4-Way. Maybe you guys can give me this in separate one-on-ones. Maybe in a triple threat. Just know that I actually enjoyed this. Next is for the Intercontinental Championships. It is defending champion Dominic Mysterio versus Zero Miedo Penta. Do you know how easy you guys could have just made this a straight up Lucha Libre match? It could have been the easiest thing to do, and I would have been for it. I would have loved every single minute of it. Seeing Penta just unleash pure Lucha Libre, Dom showing that he can Lucha, I would have been for every second of it. But, you know, we got what we got, and I'm not going to complain because Dominic is finally growing on me as the champion, because to me, Dominic was good. Dominic was good, but is he a good champion? Unfortunately, some more time needs to pass to get a good idea, because unfortunately here we had El Grande Americano, who isn't Chad Gable. I don't know why you guys keep saying he is. For some reason, like, he has beef with Penta. And, you know, I'm not all that mad at Grande Americano. Cost Penta the win because, you know, we got to have some runs. You know, some people got to have that 30-day run, that 90-day run. I just don't think it should have been Dom. So him retaining, all for it. Him beating Penta the way he did, all for it. And who knows, maybe this somewhere down the line leads to a Lucha Bros versus Grande Americano and, you know, maybe American Made. I think they would be cool. So I'll ask the question here. How would you guys like to book the reuniting of the Lucha Bros in WWE? You guys can let me know that now. But guys, we're about to hit the main event. So because this is a short card, a very short card, we were able to get here fast as fuck. So I just want to thank everybody that'll be listening to this. I know I'm literally fresh off the show. So, you know, maybe you guys went to sleep. Maybe you guys went out. Maybe you guys are hearing other podcasts. So thank you, everyone that'll be hearing this later on. But what you guys can do later, now, whenever, is follow the socials. So make sure you guys follow myself and Young Smoove on our Twitters at Enigma_before_ and Young Smoove TFG. Those are our Twitters. Enigma period before that is my Instagram. Enigma_before_ that is my Twitch. Smoove A1, that is his Twitch. Smoove A1 is his Xbox Gamertag, and Enigma V4 is my Xbox Gamertag. So if you guys love to play video games, who knows? Maybe you guys want to play one of us in 2K25. Well, one of us has it. But yeah, guys, follow the socials, add the gamer tags. Enjoying the show. But we are about to hit the main event. For the WWE Championship, the Undisputed Championship, it is John Cena versus Randy Orton. A match that just transcends time, whether it's in the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s. You know, it's never give up. It's hustle, loyalty, respect versus the most devastating three letters in the WWE, in the RKO. It is the Legend Killer. It is 17 times versus 14 times. There's so much to say about this. From OVW to WrestleManias to... Well, actually, yeah, you kind of just hit the pinnacle right there. From OVW to WrestleManias. But this match was all over the place. In a good and bad way. From the callbacks to the slow setups to the ref bumps, all of it. Let me start off with what I did love. I love that it didn't feel as though we were getting anything other than what we expected. And what I mean by that is, I like that Cena didn't really change up how we would do a Randy Orton match. I like how Randy Orton didn't change up how we would do a John Cena match. I was all for, okay, we're doing callbacks. Perfectly fine with that. When John Cena reversed the attitude adjustment into the RKO. Some of you guys may not remember this, but it was Randy Orton versus John Cena in a tables match where Randy did the exact same counter. So that was a nice callback. And then them trading, well, I guess John never got the chance, but Randy hitting 2 AAs just got a laugh out of me because, okay, not going to lie, man. I called Jey Uso out on using Move Thief, but Randy, you're kind of using Move Thief right now. But when it comes to the RKO, truly out of nowhere. And even though Cena's in his late 40s, it seems like within this last run, he's taken the Winter Soldier serum and he's just kicking out of everything. Like, my God. Multiple RKOs, multiple attitude adjustments, and you still can't get John Cena out. You know, if Randy Orton has Move Thief, maybe John Cena just has resiliency. Maybe he has ruthless aggression. You know, you just sometimes throughout this match, I had to ask the big question: what is it that had that? Give me a second, I'm all over the place. Throughout this match, I had to ask the big question, and that is, what is John Cena made of for him to be kicking out this much? And the answer was ruthless aggression. Now, 2 things. I'm going to say 2 things about this. The first thing, how long does it take to get a ref out? Because we had ref bumps down that were just so long. Like, I really thought like dude was knocked out. And then why did like outside management come out to check on the ref? Like, you just can't have like 2 medics. You just can't have like 2 medics pull out a stretcher or something. And then Randy Orton is justified in his crash out of RKOing everyone. If I was him, I would have done the same thing. But the 2 pinnacle factors here. Here's what happened. Here's what I wanted to happen, honestly. So I'm okay with John Cena winning. I am perfectly fine with that. You know, shit has to happen. But I do have to acknowledge, I do have to say this. Why did R-Truth come out? Why did he have to be the one to save him? I get it. He had to save his childhood hero. He didn't want to see his childhood hero lose. I get that. But if we all could save our favorite wrestlers, you know, some of us would have broken up the pin at WrestleMania 24 to watch Ric Flair not retire. Some of us would have pushed CM Punk off the top of that cage so Jeff Hardy wouldn't have to leave. What's another like sad retirement like some guys fucking hate? Maybe someone would have broken up the pin during the SCU versus Young Bucks match where Christopher Daniels momentarily retired. Hell, maybe one of you guys would have saved Christopher Daniels from Hangman Adam Page so he wouldn't have to retire. But R-Truth being the one fan to be able to save his hero, that is what R-Truth will be remembered for, honestly. And you know what? I'm not even mad about that. R-Truth is the fan that saved his hero. That is the legacy of R-Truth. Nothing more, nothing less. And I love that. But what I really wanted to happen, I wanted justice. I wanted vindication. I wanted revenge. For you guys that are too young to remember this or just never got to see this, No Mercy, No Way Out, 2008. Randy Orton defending WWE champion versus Royal Rumble winner John Cena. What I was hoping for was John Cena to get so desperate after Randy on the other side this time being as resilient as possible. He's getting in the ring at the 9 counts. He's kicking out of every attitude adjustment. I wanted Randy to strike so much fear into John Cena that John Cena turns to the ref and slaps him. Right there could have been John Cena finally getting the one-up on Randy. John Cena has already proven that he's down to take the easy road. So how different is slapping an official? But how we got there doesn't matter, because we now have, the last world champion, the last real world champion in John Cena, because he defeats Randy Orton. And now the only thing left to do is to see how this plays out. What's next for the WWE Championship? What's next for John Cena? How fast is he going to make it home so he can sit on his couch with the title? And speaking of time, when's Talk for Glory's next upload? Well, that's going to be easy, because the next upload is AEW's Double or Nothing. So, guys, thank you all for listening to this. As Smoove would say, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. Tell me what was your favorite match. Wait a minute. Time out. I feel like I just skipped a match. Holy shit. I didn't talk about this. All right, so I guess this is going to main event. People are saying it's the best match. So Lyra Valkyria beating Becky Lynch. This match was technical as fuck. And I love that. I love when wrestlers try to out-submission each other, because you don't really see that. It kind of turns into an ego thing, like, oh, you think you're the best submission wrestler? Like, I barely have submission, so I'm going to try and tap you out. Lyra tries to put Becky in multiple arm bars, and, that doesn't work out. Becky's trying to hit the manhandle slam. That doesn't work out. There were a lot of kickouts in this match, but none of it felt forced or off. But what caught me in the end, what caught me by surprise, was the padding, the turnbuckle pad getting removed and then not getting used. And then Lyra Valkyria just winning via roll-up. I was kind of confused by that, just because normally when the ref is fixing the turnbuckle pad but then has to stop fixing it to start counting, the exposed turnbuckle pad turns into a forgotten factor, and then you go back to it, and then kind of cost someone. That didn't really happen, and I was okay with that, because one of my favorite ways to win is via roll-up, because it doesn't show that you flat out beat someone. It just shows that you got lucky. As Kevin Kelly would say, all it takes is 3 seconds and anyone can win. And that's what Lyra does. Lyra Valkyria defeats Becky Lynch, making WWE BackLash a clean sweep for champions. Not a single title change has happened. So congratulations to all the champions on not losing. And with that, guys, that is the BackLash 2025 review. And remember, guys, what's next is AEW Double or Nothing. So maybe you guys might get it Monday. Maybe you guys might get it Friday. If I can remember correctly, if it's on a Sunday, you guys might get it even Saturday. It's Saturday night. There's nothing outside WWE going on tonight. Just I know there's other stuff going on. But that was the review. I miss doing these fresh off the show. I'm hoping Smoove can also do these with me fresh off the show. I know a lot of you guys love Smoove. And remember, guys, when it comes to Talk for Glory, it's never going to be a solo mission, so never assume it's all mine. It's a 2-man job, and I just enjoy socially interacting with all you guys, whether it's through Discord, through Instagram, any of those things. But at this point, I'm just rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the review so fast. And guys, remember Talk for Glory's most important message to, oh, that reminds me. Talk for Glory may drop something on the miniseries. I remember I did request something of many Talk for Glory viewers. So that's probably coming this week, next week. It was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago, but audio got corrupted. But just be on the lookout for that. I'm looking forward to the next time I cover Stardom because an Azumi intro is in the making. Not intro. Not. I guess ring announcing or whatever I call it. But guys, stay safe. Have a great day and/or night. Because time zones are weird, and most importantly, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably memorized this part as well. Enjoy wrestling.